It would appear that today is, in fact, my birthday. Is my audio doing alright? Let me know if everything is sounding correct. I don't know if my mic's doing any of the weird nonsense. Sometimes it does, but I don't think it is. How is everybody doing? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. It's my birthday today. I am 19, going on late 40s. It's painful, my back. My back is dying. It's in pain. It's crying. I plug in my phone and it plays a Zelda noise. Terrible. Hold up, let me go ahead. Shut my door. Okay. You wanna come in here before I close my door? Up. Come on, up. I know you're gonna scratch at it later if I don't let him in here now. Alright. The doggo is on the bed. I am now at my laptop. Links are set out. So, up until now, I have only done this series on Sunday. Right? Every Sunday, do another episode of the survival series. And that's all well and good. However, it's my birthday, I have an obligation to stream something, and frankly, this is just what I wanted to do. This feels the most, like, my channel thing at the moment. So I decided, you know what, screw it, we'll do this. Tomorrow, if I end up streaming, I don't want to be in my house right now. That's why. If I end up streaming tomorrow, it'll probably be some Mario Maker, I'm thinking. But as for today, we're just playing my series. Okay. Gotta love getting jumped by spiders in the first, like, milliseconds of having logged on. But, fine. Okay. There's the mushroom. So, I don't know what we're gonna do today, if I'm being perfectly honest. My current main idea is just gonna be figure out some cool birthday themed thing to build. Some sort of structure. Kind of leave a mark on the land, marking this occasion for the sake of doing it. I don't like these spiders. Ow. Okay. One thing that would be nice, a lovely present to myself, would be to start cleaning up some of this water. That's just not something I can realistically get away with until I have access to sponges, and let's be honest, that's not happening anytime soon. I know there's a spider over there. We have a base? I'm not playing that today. Obviously, I have a plan for the stream today. I have a plan as far as what I'm playing. Why is that so loud? Why was that so loud? I am so sorry to everyone who just had their eardrums bleed from the music. Jesus, okay. Lovely start to the stream. Yeah, no, I just now noticed. I went ahead and double-checked, and yeah, it is pretty loud. I wish we had something to, like, alter the sound in-game. It should be better now, though. I went and fixed it. I am so sorry about that. Lovely start to the stream. Your eardrums just being completely and utterly unexisted. wouldn't have it any other way, frankly. So, I guess the goals are gonna be find a place to build something, figure out what to build, maybe grab some mushrooms while we're at it, because frankly, we're a little bit tapped on the food source. 21 is just not near enough to do anything productive with our lives. And then figure it out from there. Maybe hang out for a couple hours. Just for the sake of having done the stream. What would be a good thing to build? What would be a swell, haha, silly, quirky thing to leave upon the world as a sort of first birthday gift to ourselves? The first birthday we've had upon me switching back to YouTube, actually. Now realizing. Alright. Oi! Okay. I'm not sure. Hopefully people end up joining as well. I think that'll be fun. If people end up hopping into the VC, I will pop off. Although for the time being, I think realistically we're fine. Where... Honestly, this lake seems like it could be a good place to put something. The question is what? The question is, what do we have to... Like, what could we build? What would be cool? What if we built, like... We're severely limited on blocks right now. I'll say that much. That's a very big thing, is that we are not exactly the richest creature in existence. A mob. Kind of mob. That's the question. What if we build a monument to my favorite thing in the game? Spiders. Well, yeah, let's build a spider statue inside of this lake. My two favorite things about survival tests. That'd be a lovely way to celebrate my birthday. You know, I'm liking that. It's gonna be a bit difficult to use one of these lads as a reference, but I think a spider would be a pretty silly, goofy thing. You can make the main body out of cobble. First time watching, needed to kill some time. Happy birthday. Hello. Thank you for stopping by, Curb. We are thinking of what to build in celebration of my birthday, and the current idea is going ahead and putting a spider out in the water. Because here on this survival world, there are two things we love more than everything else. That is water and spiders. They are both so cool and quirky and necessary additions to the video game. Honestly, if there's anything I could remove, it wouldn't be water. Honestly. Would never. I'm thinking the spider in the lake is a giant cake. You know, I like that as well. That also sounds more birthday themed. We don't really have access to wool. Alright. This is gonna be dangerous. Trying to get a reference image while realistically things could spawn anywhere and kill me at any given moment. So in fact, we're not gonna just pillar up. We're gonna go ahead and dig into this wall. A cake sounds like a good idea. We'll probably have to be like made out of dirt and wood and cobble, but it's still a cake nonetheless, right? Let's see here. Let's pull up a reference image. Minecraft cake. All these pictures are like Minecraft themed cakes, but not Minecraft cake. And realistically, I'm fine with either. Hi, Kiz! How you doing, pal? How you doing? Let's see here. I'm thinking... Pull up the wiki. Let's get a good reference image. So any pixel arts are a pain classic, purely due to block palette and the wool colors being different. Yeah, no, I can see that being a bit of a problem. We don't even get wool. We don't even have that as an option. So this is gonna be funny. Let's see here. If I can find the old texture. Honestly, use iron blocks and dirt. I'm doing great. How's your birthday going? It's going good. I went swimming earlier, and then now I'm just kind of here. I had some lasagna for dinner. It was very tasty. Let's see. Finding a reference image of an old texture is not exactly easy. Yeah, no, iron blocks sound like a lovely idea for the icing. Alright, Kiz, you have access to these kind of things. Someone in chat, someone DM me we are not even going to attempt to get water up on top of that cake, Builder Man. No, that's just not an option. We are not playing with water on this world. That is a wonderful way to basically cause an apocalypse. Jack, are you okay? Why are you screaming? What the dog doing? Got distracted and I got hit. This is suboptimal. Alright. I need the old cake render, like pre-texture changes of everything in 1.14. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. If I can get a render... Yeah, things are a little bit chaotic in that regard, Builder Man. We could put these up on top of it. It wouldn't look good. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna collect a good amount of dirt and just kind of like terraform this area to be relatively flat. Got it? Much appreciated. We'll use that as a reference image for creating our lovely, lovely birthday cake. I had an ice cream cake. It was very nice. I love ice cream. I love cake. Put them together and it's one of the world's greatest creations. I think ice cream cake and cheesecake are among the best. Although cheesecake definitely clears ice cream cake by a long shot. Cheesecake clears most other cakes by a long shot. Use bricks or TNT? I can't get those. What do you take me for? This is survival test. Do you think we have access to bricks? TNT could have potentially been an option, if not for the fact that it immediately stopped being obtainable. Or no, I just can't get it, basically. I can't get it because I didn't create this world in this version. And so I'm not going to have access to it for quite some time. But yeah, that is a That works very nicely as a reference, Kiz. Thank you very much. So we're just gonna keep on filling this area out. We're gonna go ahead and make sure everything is nice and flat. What's the size of this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ice cream cake and cheesecake are good. There's this Woolworths brand of lemon curd that's actually good. I like most things that have lemons in them, so I'm listening. I'm listening, Curb. I am watching very respectfully. Tell me more about this lemon cake. Let's see. Where am I gonna want to do that? I think how I want to have it is we'll go ahead and start work on a bit of like a base, like a podium. Auto jump does not exist in the game yet, and honestly, that is glorious. I love that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Although, that's how I want to do this. 17, and we'll add one more over here. 18. Okay. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have like a bit of a podium that we'll put the cake on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Like, in theory, the roses would work. Is that gonna disappear? Okay, there it goes. That took its sweet time. I thought it bugged out. It's this home brand cake that looks fancy with lemon curd between layers, and it's a topping with these sugar pearls and passion fruit pieces, and the icing also has a slight lemon flavor. It's a banger. That sounds glorious. I want one. Where can I get my hands on this work of art, honestly? Decay is a myth, never mind. Yeah, I was really confused about that. Like, I thought it would just... I wasn't surprised when it didn't break off, right? That seems about right. That seems fairly accurate to the time. But then it just didn't disappear for a while. And that got me a little bit bewildered, if I'm being perfectly honest with myself. Alright. That time it just unexisted. Okay. There we go. We also want to make this terrain not look completely horrendous. That's gonna be part of the goal. What am I gonna use for the red part of the cake? Like, genuinely, no idea. There's a creeper over yonder. The skeleton and the spider. You can send an image in the Turtle SMP Discord. I know it's in Woolworths in Australia, at least. Oh, to be an Australian. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Pigs! Come here, you little pork chops. I'm gonna have to fend off a horde of angry creepers plus a skeleton, by the looks of it. Okay. I'm also not exactly fond of the spiders. You know, I could do without them. Okay, those guys are fast as ever living hell. Remember when I wanted the terrain to, like, not look horrible? Remember when that was something I was talking about? Ah, jeez! Okay. We're fine. We just have a bit of, you know, a little bit of damage from the ongoing war. Bit of damage to the terrain, it's fine. Having lost those mushrooms to that spider was most unfortunate, but you know what? It happens and it can't be helped. Jesus. Another one. Somehow I missed this hasty-looking man. Don't flip that. Alright. Creepers are terrifying at this point. They really are. They are a pain in the butt. Them and spiders? Okay, creepers are a pain to deal with. Spiders are just a pain in the literal sense. And water just makes me want to put myself out of my own misery. Like, survival test does not pull punches. This is well and truly just a genuine pain in the butt. This version is as determined as can be to make your life a living hell. And I find that really funny. Kind of fun? Sometimes. There's a reason I'm only doing this once a week, at least right now. And that's because I don't know if I have the sanity to do this anymore. Like, it's not difficult to get burnt out of a survival world, and given, like, the sort of... what's the word? The sort of, like, not objective, the... I don't know what I'm looking for. I guess just kind of the theming of this one. I want this to go on for a long time, right? So I don't want to get burnt out. And timing myself definitely helps with that, right? Timing when I end up actually playing, it's a helpful tool. Now, on the other hand, maybe at some point I'll probably end up playing more. Definitely when I do the whole Farlands nonsense. That's gonna be a long walk. A very long walk. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Sure, everything will be alright. Okay. There's not really a lot of monsters, and I turn around and see creepers. This is a glorious day. Okay. Come here, pals. Come here. Come here. Pig. Pig, pig. Pig, pig. Num num. Give me your flesh. Flash? Can't wait for the walk trademark. Yeah? That's gonna be an experience and a half. That is going to take a lot of time. And I say I'd like to stream that more than once a week, but I'm also gonna be in college, I would think. Whenever I end up actually getting to that point. Oh look, more water. My favorite feature in this game. In this video game we call Minecraft. I love water. It's so cool and quirky and very useful, and is not a pain in the butt to clean up in the slightest. Yes, albeit they were unreachable in their first iteration, which is unfortunate. And there's not actually a version that has saving, even with mods, in that, which is even more unfortunate. So you have to use cheats if you want to get there. Because basically what would happen, right, is in the versions that had the stone wall farmlands, like the original just one giant stone wall. Jesus. Okay, everything here is big schmoovin'. They would all very much like me dead. Okay. I need to focus on not dying and not burning through my entire mushroom supply, because frankly, neither of those would be good. Losing my mushrooms is more or less akin to dying. Okay. Yeah. There's also a bunch of, like, what's the word? Precision errors, right? Like, you know, just the various bugs that happen the farther out you get, where at some point the ground just stops being flat entirely. Or not flat, walkable, solid. That happens, and you're all a bunch of pains in my posterior. This is an active shootout. Okay. But I lived. I lived to tell the tale. We should wait for the nether to make it easier to travel. See, I could do that, right? I could use the nether to get to the far lands. Or, what if I didn't? It's the journey. You see, it's the journey, Curb. Yeah, gotta love ground intangibility. We had it on Java first. But I want to walk it, right? I want to do that just because it's something very few people have done, and frankly, I think it would be just a fun experience making that pilgrimage. It would take a long time, but the satisfaction of doing it, I feel, would be like no other. The euphoria. Has anyone ever gotten to the nether ones, though? That would be funny. I feel like that'd be, like, genuinely a hellish experience. Aside from the dimension being hell, that sounds like it just would not be fun. I'm not doing that. The nether is gonna make it easy to get back. Gotta generate all that in-dev terrain for 13 million blocks. Yeah? Well, I say that. I don't know. I might walk back through the nether at some point. Like, once I'm there at the Farlands, I think the plan is gonna be explore that for a while. Get, like, a good amount of streams off of me just, like, generating that terrain. Who knows, maybe even just going to the corner Farlands. I'm not entirely certain what I want to do, and frankly, I don't need to think about that anytime fucking soon. I'm gonna just be able to exist in peace for quite some time. Once I get there, it's fine. Once I get to that update, it's fine. But for now, I need to focus on the simpler things in life, like mushrooms and water and spiders. And my sanity slowly depleting. You don't think anyone's ever walked to the nether ones? Free world border teleport, I can say that much. 9 months of walking through the nether without mending existing sounds like it'd be an experience and a half. Okay. I very well could. Yeah, so the one that's been 11 years is basically like some sort of charity thing, from what I know. It's very for fun, and it's also each one permission to please. Each one is also just like kind of when they want to do it, right? They're not going to the Farlands just for the sake of getting to the Farlands. They're going for the experience of it. And so that one's been taking a while. Someone went and did, like, go to the Farlands for the sake of pulling it off. And that was the one that took a year. This would be like 9 months of just constant walking from what I hear. Like, mathematically speaking. And so if you go ahead and just kind of take that, plus a good amount of extra time, that man is just spewing out arrows. A good amount of extra time to account for the fact that that would be with, like, perfect movement. A year, it would be. Although that would be, like, walking entirely in the nether, right? I think that's part of the reason as well, like, people have reached the Farlands normally. But there's a reason only one, or at least only a handful have actually, like, gotten to it in the overworld walking only. It takes a while. Getting there in the nether is easy. Now, getting to the nether's Farlands, while also not dying to, you know, fire, lava, ghasts, all that nonsense, would be horrifying. But it could be cool. There would not be any convenient way to get back there. We would just know they exist. It'd be cool. I'll think about it. I'll think about that. It's not something I have to think about anytime soon. I see a pig.
Happy birthday.
Lamb! Greetings. And thank you. How has your day been, Lamb?
I've been up 24 hours.
Fair. Cause I could glitch up onto the nether roof. I could very well do that. But where's the fun in that? What? Where's the fun in saying I was the first person to go to the nether Farlands? Asterix, I held W AFK for 9 months straight. Where's the fun in that? If I end up deciding that that's what I want to do when I get to that point, then I'm gonna have to do it the painful way, for the sake of content. That's the thing, right? Yeah. I am currently live, Lamb. How you doing? Big chillin'. How are you enjoying my birthday?
I'm alright. I joined just to say happy birthday. And
That's
good
lovely.
night.
Get some sleep.
Yeah, I'm dying over here. Good night.
Good night, Lamb. Like, nothing's stopping me from getting onto the nether roof. It's just that takes some of the accomplishment out of it. How many blocks could someone travel in an hour? A lot. Pigman drop pork. Did not know that. I'm guessing that's a removed feature. Exploits TPing. I'd want to do it without exploits. I don't want to cheat, right? That could be good for getting back there, I will say. And who knows, maybe at some point we'll go ahead and gather 13 million blue ice once that's a feature in the game. And we can just make a bridge back there. If I did that, if I went to the Nether Farlands, that would be basically taking Wander and just saying, for sanity. I think if you manage to get to the Nether Farlands without any glitches, I think the words mission passed, respect, plus would physically show up on your screen. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Genuinely. There's no way no one's done that yet, right? There's no way. Drop cooked pork chops up to beta 1.7.3. Cooked. Wait, that's wonderful. The main issues then would just be like the fact that armor exists. Although To be fair, then, the ruling would be, are we allowed to leave the nether? If we're allowed to exit the nether and just go back in the portal you left from to, like, get armor back, set spawns, and all that, that'd be one thing. Although, then again, that would only be viable for, like, the first, like, half of the journey. That'd only be viable for a little bit, because after a certain point, if you make a portal and go through it, the game just crashes, because you're beyond the 30 million mark, and it didn't have a place to, like, prevent you from unexisting yourself like that. So, like, sure, I might be able to go ahead and, like, fix my stuff, but at a certain point, then the game just starts to say, yeah, you're not allowed to have sanity. You can't set your spawn. What do you take me for? Is there any versions with the nether that let you set your spawn in there? Wasn't it, like, for just a bit, beds did let you, like, sleep in the nether? Although I'm pretty sure that because it required you to sleep through at night and it just wasn't the case, I don't think you could set the spawn. I just think you could place the bed. Correct me if I'm wrong. Game crashes immediately at the Farlands distance if you enter a portal. Yeah. So, I'd be able to do that for a while, but given a certain point, then it's just survive off what I have and make it the rest of the distance. That sounds terrifying. And I can see, like, that would be an accomplishment and a half. I can see that cementing, like, my existence on the internet. It would be lovely to pull that off. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You stockpile a few stacks of iron and diamond blocks and logs for the nether trip attempt? That's true. Yeah, I guess blocks of minerals do exist. It would be a giant excavation. Just... it would be insane. It could be done. When were potions added? That was beta 1.8, so we wouldn't have access to fire res. Or enchanting, I don't think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now, dang it, chat, you've got me thinking of the logistics. Wasn't there a version where diamonds spawned in massive veins? Hopefully? What are the logistics of this? Like, on paper it's possible, I guess. There's nothing stopping me from trying. I enjoy Mario Maker. I can go ahead and lose a bit more sanity. They needed blaze rods? Alright. I guess the strat would be, what is the optimal version to do this in the nether, right? What version of the nether is relatively speaking the safest? And then from there, what would I need before making the trip? Because I'm not just starting in the nether, at the very least. Like, I wouldn't be starting in the nether. I would not be, like, starting a survival world and going, like, yeah, anyways, we're gonna speedrun getting to the nether, and then we're gonna make it this distance. No, that'd be insane. I have some standards, but what would we need before we had to dedicate to staying? You all have me thinking, chat. How could you? On my own birthday. On my own birthday, you people have me thinking about how I'm going to spend part of my college years, like a solid chunk of my free time. Jesus Christ. That was me just getting out of there. The route would be to make it to the regular Farland, set up a base there, and gather all the materials you need to survive, and start the journey with a bed spawn at your Farland's base? I think so. I think so, yeah. Because, while that would be extra traveling, right? That would be a farther total distance. It would, A, get me both, and B, give me what can almost be called a checkpoint. Okay. Go ahead. So this thing all around needs to be at least 4 blocks tall. So we're gonna go ahead and grab some more wood. Versions of InfDev where the diamond can regenerate as long as the area where they were is covered in stone when the world is reloaded. I'm not against duplication glitches. Mainly because I'd like to just abuse whatever glitches exist in any given version. The only reason I don't want to do that as far as the Farlands is concerned is for the sake of keeping that journey as legitimate as possible, I guess. So I wouldn't want to use weird duping stuff. But on the other hand, I'd have to think more about it, right? Like, I'm not at the point where there's enough exploits in this game for me to pick and choose which ones I think are, like, worth doing on here and which ones kind of sacrifice the integrity of the world. I'm not there yet. This thing's not even outside of... Yeah, only an eighth of the way to the nether ones. Jesus. I don't know. It's gonna take some thinking, some planning, and frankly, I don't need to worry about it until I'm at the very least out of InfDev. Right? Off the Diamond Wiki. There's a wiki about Minecraft diamonds specifically. No shot. Alright, hold up. Kiz, would you be down to go into a VC in Turtle? I wanna discuss this now. Because I'm very much thinking how we could pull this off. Because here's the thing. The issues at hand are the sheer distance and the fact that aside from the lava, aside from the falls, aside from the fire, and everything just, like, existing to make your life horrid, there's also gonna still be the precision errors in the nether. That's what scares me. Already there? Alright, let's go. Let's see here. Alright, hello, Kiz.
Hello,
I sound fine,
Fanta.
yes?
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Also, welcome, Chirpled. Nice to have you stop by. Welcome, welcome.
Okay,
We are
so
currently
I'm
building a
actually very
cake.
excited to discuss this. This
Like
is
for-
extremely interesting to me.
For the, what, the...
For the Farland.
Like, I was already going
journey
to go
ahead.
to the Farlands, and there was a
Mhm.
tiny part of my mind that thought, it'd be cool to go to the Nether ones. And then the thought just like stopped there. It's like that would be cool. I've not completely
thing at hand
considered
here
it.
is that there's multiple versions that you can do this in.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to find what's the best ones, like what would make for an interesting journey, as well as like the best compatibility possible for the Nether Farlands, because those
Alright.
can be kind of wonky. So I kind of want to find a version path for you, where you can find, like, maybe, for example, if you decide to walk to the Farlands, maybe have a version where monoliths spawn, so that your journey can be a little interesting when you find one.
True.
That could be fun, generating a few monoliths along the way. But at the same
Alright.
time, I also need to find a version where the portal exists and doesn't crash your game once you're that far out.
I mean, to be fair, we
'Cause-
can always update as well.
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting. Like either the portion of the journey in that
No.
version, and you update.
These absolute dingnuts are trying to blow up my cake before I can even finish building it. These absolute buffoons.
No cake for you.
Alright, I've given them an escape area. Please exit the cake in a single file line, one at a time. Alright. Yeah, if we can get a route for this. Because
Hell
that
yeah.
would be such a sick thing, though. Like, okay, I feel like I'm a little bit too passionate about this for my own good. But, like, that'd be so cool.
It's gonna take
to
you months.
have-
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, more than just months. Because if we're doing the overworld
If you're doing
one in
both,
itself
you're essentially
is
doubling
months.
the distance.
Doubling the distance, but much higher in terms of time. Because the Nether is I'm gonna have to be a lot more careful about traversing them.
Yeah.
And being careful
The Nether's
takes
gonna be
time.
extremely scary. Because the
Especially
terrain
because, like, I
is...
have one checkpoint, and that checkpoint
Yeah.
is only an eighth of the way there.
Mm-hmm. So if you
Is
die,
there
like...
a version where beds work in the Nether? Isn't that like
I'm
a
gonna
thing?
research that. Let me try that.
I want to
Let's go
say
do
that
some
exists.
research. I would say, like, the version where beds get added. Minecraft
It's so
bed.
weird. Beds were added before the Nether? Like, after the Nether?
I think it was after, yeah. If I'm not mistaken. It was in, yeah, beta 1.3. Trying to sleep in a bed in the Nether does nothing. So,
Okay.
I don't think it either sets the spawn nor does it explode.
It's just like a neutral state. We are
Sleeping
not
in a
having
bed now
creeper
resets
cake,
the
by the way,
player's
so-
spawn position, though it does not work for most users. The spawn point unintentionally changes only if you leave the bed is clicked, and the function is limited to the multiplayer.
Alright.
I think you can spawn in the Nether, only in multiplayer.
Well, lucky for us, on a technical standpoint, that's just multiplayer ascend running off of a server jar. Which we can
think.
make this do.
This is gonna require testing. The Minecraft wiki should not be believed. Because this place is full of misinformation. I'm gonna do some testing of my own.
There's no way someone hasn't... Like, there's no way there's not at least an ongoing attempt to get there, right?
I've not seen anything regarding it.
Like, you've looked it up, there's just nothing?
Let me look it up.
Like, search Google,
like,
search
if I
YouTube.
feel like if that was a thing, it would make news. Let me see. Minecraft Nether Farlands.
There's no way it hasn't.
I mean, the videos I find is just people showing it off. It's not really walking there. Walking.
What does the
Nether
wiki say about it? Because I know it said, like, who was the first person to reach the normal ones. Does it say if anyone's reached
Let me
it
search that up.
legitimately?
Far. uh, hmm.
Hmm. We have an entire pack of gunmen out there.
There's little to no information about the Nether Farlands, even on the wiki itself.
Jeez.
It is extremely undocumented because, like, the
Who's
Farlands
gonna
itself is
fucking go
already.
there?
Yeah, exactly. That'll be a really big journey, though.
Yeah. I don't know
It's
when
a 12,
I'm gonna get there.
12.5 million block walk on top of the Farlands already. So you're essentially
Some
walking
beds start exploding.
to the modern day 30 million, almost.
With a lot of that trip just being in a very hellbound landscape. Okay, the part that scares me the most isn't even the fact that the Nether is like a dangerous place. Right? That doesn't scare me. It's the fact that the Nether is a dangerous place and that there's going to be precision errors when going there. And that's part of the challenge of getting there. If you're going to the Farlands, if you're going to say, yeah, I made it there, you can't say, I did this in a heavily modded version of the game.
Yeah.
You can't say that. That's part of the challenge.
Yep. Okay, test
People
version.
aren't
I'm gonna test this
interested
out.
in, yeah, you took the easy way. No, you gotta do this the painful way. Because people on the internet are mean, okay? They don't care about your sanity, they care about whether or not they get a laugh out of your suffering.
Yeah. I mean, you'd go down in history for making it to both Farlands legitimately.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm testing out the bed theory in the Nether.
Alright, if you space the spiders out just right, they don't actually get to the point where they attack you, which is where they like
I
jump.
love beta lighting. It's so good.
Has anyone ever found a monolith in its introductory version?
I found a monolith in its introductory version. You mean like alpha or is it infinite? I think it's infinite.
I don't know. Someone's asking in chat, so.
Yeah. I saw it. It was curved. I found it. I found a monolith when it got introduced in my own world. Okay, time to do some NBT editing, get myself some obsidian. So I can go to the Nether.
If that's not something that's been done, I don't disagree that I would probably gain, like, at least a tiny bit of recognition for it.
You'd be, at least in the MCDF community, you'd be praised. I don't know if it's gonna, like, do mainstream news, but maybe. I've seen some news about some smaller stuff.
Like, regardless, it would still be fun. And if it's not been done, that's what
Your definition of
interests
fun
me.
is kind of warped, I think.
My definition of fun is very masochistic, but my point still stands, kids. My point still stands. I love that
really
the
funny.
armored ones still take 3 hits to die from arrows. The armored skeletons, it's lovely.
And
Alright.
NBT,
You just do your
let's go.
thing. This
Inventory.
entire place is just gonna very quickly become less and less, like, natural looking. gonna be completely filled to the brim with stone on the ground because all the dirt is gonna have been shredded off of it. These creepers are essentially serving as nature's cheese graters.
Just build a flat world.
Honestly.
Flat on everything.
Okay, one of my
Obsidian.
favorite
49.
things that has happened so far, and this was off camera on this world, but I say on this world and in like a very loose sense, I was trying to go ahead and like respawn, right? On the first death after, I want to say it was literally the first stream, I was trying to find a way to like come back from the dead. And I thought I
Resurrection.
copy pasted the world into like through MC Edit, and then I spawn in, and then I immediately die of fall damage, and I'm sitting on just the bedrock floor with mobs having spawned all around me. It turns out you have to like confirm the copy paste, and I didn't realize that, and so I was like, what the heck happened to my world? Before very quickly realizing, oh, I'm just stupid. It's Kilo Crazy
Happens
Man.
to the best of us.
Noted.
Okay, I got obsidian, I got a bed. Let's try this out. Hopefully I don't explode.
One small step for Kiz. One giant leap for Kiz kind.
For the Phantasap community.
For the Phantasap community. Let's go. Bro. I don't know. It's something
Okay,
that
I
sounds
am
like it
in
would
the
be
nether.
really interesting to do.
Okay, I've placed bed.
I'm scared
Bed
of logistics.
is not... Okay, bed is not exploding. I cannot sleep on it.
Okay.
So apparently it's like daytime in the nether, so I can't sleep. I don't know if it... Okay, let me try this. I'm gonna wait
Time
for
set
nighttime. There's no commands in beta.
NBT edited
I'm
it to
gonna-
being night.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for nighttime on the overworld, and then see if it lets me sleep while on the nether. Because like, while I'm on the overworld, if I right-click the bed, it gets a message in chat that says, you can only sleep at night. But
Is
in
that
the
happening
nether,
in the
it does...
nether?
No, it does not. So that kind of worries me.
Yeah. And that beta's the first version where respawning works.
Yeah, I'm in that version. I mean, it'd be so cool if you could respawn in the nether.
Yeah? Alright. We've gotten a little bit of the distance to making this cake. Now, we need these, like, little, almost crown-shaped bits. Okay. I want to do it. I think I want to do it. And that's a scary statement to make.
Oh, absolutely.
But someone has to.
I mean, I would like to say I want to do it as well. I just don't think I have the determination to go through with it.
Someone has to do it. If no one's done it, then I want to do it.
I mean, someone's gotta do it eventually, right?
Eventually. If someone's already done it, then, like, we know it can be done. If nobody's done it, we still know it can probably be done, but no sane person's gonna do it. Notch gave some guy $10,000 because he's like, yeah, no one's actually gonna go to the far lands. No one's actually just gonna walk there. Who in their right
No,
mind
50
would do
people have
that?
done it.
Yeah, like, it has to be doable.
I think there's like one person that's kept going. Like they're still going even after
Yeah.
they found the Farlands.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, just get out to basically the world. Having Farland's world border chunks would be sick as hell.
True.
That'd be actually meta.
I don't know. I think the game crashes before the 30 million mark. If I'm not mistaken.
I think... Okay, wait, why am I trying to fight these spiders? What possessed me? I was, like, so caught up in my own thoughts that there's just, like, this horde of spiders. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. And there's, like, 7 of them on my screen. 4 of
Just
them got themselves
farming
stuck in a
points.
pool. Kurt J. Mac? I think... Isn't that guy, like, mentioned in one of the official Minecraft guidebooks? Like, isn't his whole journey to the Farland series something that's, like, officially recognized in one of the Minecraft guidebooks?
I don't know.
Okay. Jeez. That's... It's gonna be so interesting. I want to do this. I really
You're
don't want
crazy.
to, but I want to.
I hope you have a therapist, because you might need it.
I wish I had a therapist, because I've needed one.
Actually, get one after the challenge begins, because if you get one before, they might convince you not to do it.
They might talk me down.
Yeah.
You have so much to live for. The only thing I live for. Minecraft.
Nether Farland.
It's the Nether Farlands, boys!
Man, you must be fun
Probably
at
the
road
longest running Minecraft series. Must be fun at what?
trips. At road trips.
No.
We're scaling mountains, boys. We're not
scaling
stopping.
mountains, lads! Let's go! We're unstoppable! Dies of lack of stamina. Except in
Not said it
Minecraft, I
couldn't
don't
be
have to
done.
worry about running out of granola bars. Okay? I don't
Hell
have to
yeah.
worry about it. In
I was
Minecraft,
just eating granola
I'm living
too.
on pork chops and a prayer. That's all I fucking need.
You're probably gonna like memorize a piglin farm design while you're doing the journey.
Just like
Just to-
casually builds a frickin' piglin farm all the way out at
Mhm.
like 16 mil or something.
Yeah.
For the sake of like... Or I guess 16 mil would be past the Farlands.
That's far beyond the Farlands. Holy crap.
Just casually builds one over at like 8 mil, so I'm like, alright, we're not gonna have the sanity to hunt piglins in these conditions. Let's go ahead and just make sure we're stocked up on food for the rest of the way. At some point, my inventory's gonna have room after all my iron/diamond blocks have just decayed,
Mm-hmm.
and the only
The
thing
thing
left
is, like-
to fill it with will be...
The Nether
Food.
Farlands are so undocumented. I don't even know how portals interact with it, or if there's any version whatsoever that doesn't crash if you go through the portal.
Well, I'm sure you could, like, make a portal and then, like, bring those chunks all the way up, and then you'd have it, right? Like, it's not
weird.
something that... You could make a portal and just pop out at, like, the overworld. Food won't stack, by the way. Isn't there, like, some versions prior to 1.8 where they stack, or no? I guess no, because hunger wasn't added.
I think so. I think there was like, I actually don't know. I don't know if the end of just stack food.
Through the in-dev chest, we're gonna bust that out. That's gonna be our, like... We can't touch this food until we are at, like, the final home stretch of the Nether.
If you make it all alive.
Gonna have an April Fool stream where it's just going onto Legacy Console and getting to the edge of the Nether there.
Let's go. You import your chunks over to that legacy console.
Jesus. Legacy Console goes hard.
I want to try it.
Would recommend. It is a dream that someone smarter than me decompiles Legacy Console and ports it to PC. That would be a wonderful day for the Phantasap community. I would not stop doing Glide. Which, to be fair, there is a community of people basically porting the minigame specifically over to Java. They've
Mhm.
gotten battle minigame more or less down pat, at least like gameplay wise. Menus are a bit weird. It's hard to, fully emulate GUIs without requiring mods.
Mhm.
So they do their best in that regard, but like it plays basically the same, just you're on a PC now, which
Right.
is very, very nice. There's back-end work being done so that soon Glide and Tumble will get added. And I'm very excited for those. Right now it's in a closed alpha state. It was public, but there's a
So
significant
they have like
problem of
servers
hackers.
working with it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's in a closed alpha right this second because there's an issue of like a lot of hackers started to pop up on there. It's like it started to get a little bit more
Already?
recognition.
And it closed alpha.
No, it went closed alpha after with just like trusted people
Okay.
as they
Okay.
both like continue to get it to a more complete state and fix those issues. I am one of the people within that, which is quite nice. Alright, I dislike this creeper and everything it stands for. Mascot my posterior, you're going down.
I think it stands for terrorism.
Oh shizzle. August 11th, never forget.
Oh no.
Wait, that's only a month off from the thing. Wait, no. September and August are 2 months apart. Right? July, August, No, never mind, it is a month. Never mind. I don't know if I'm allowed to make this joke anymore. Anyways, I hope chat is having a wonderful day.
You're gonna get canceled.
By all the real patriots in the chat. It's a sad day.
Oh, it is sad day.
This cake, while I'm sure it's gonna look very tasty, it's a bit metallic, man. Got a bit too much of that iron in it. I just can't imagine it has anything more than the flavor of, like, a battery, if I'm being perfectly honest.
It's gonna feel like a plank with nails.
Okay, this is looking like it'll get the job done of existing, so that's good. It's gonna be empty, though, which concerns me, and I should probably make sure it's not empty before I finish it.
You just put slabs in there.
Yeah, hopefully things just can't spawn on those. Hopefully Notch has some amount of competency.
I think it's the opposite. I think slabs not spawning mobs on top of them is the lack of competency.
Yes, but for my own convenience, I'm going to just let him have this one.
Yeah. Blessing in disguise.
For real, for real. Okay. Like, I'm not gonna call him out on that one. Doesn't seem to be any way to stack pork chops, so I could look at that C3. Okay. Alright. I want to say there's a page on the MCDF wiki about stacked pork chops, isn't there? Like, that item in particular.
Let me see. I think it's on stack, like overstacked stuff. Overstacked.
Alright, you blew a hole in the side of the cake. That's fine, to be expected, frankly. This is
Okay,
why
there's-
you can't have nice
There's
things.
overstacked apples in the chest.
Okay, that's a start. I'm guessing mushrooms stopped being edible once other foods
Yeah.
got added, yeah. Unfortunate. Genuinely a sad, sad thing. It's gonna be a
Sad day for the Fantasap community.
for the Fantasap community. Not being able to eat mushrooms is genuinely just disappointing.
It's actually such a novelty, like considering how they work nowadays.
Yeah. Alright, I see you, Spider. I acknowledge your presence. I would politely ask you to cease to exist, if that would not be too much trouble. Pretty sure apples are edible, right? I hope so? Ah!
I think they are.
Okay. We survived that onslaught. Cost us a good few mushrooms, but we're fine. Sitting at 57,000 points. Lovely, lovely. I'm not coping. I would never.
Points farm 1.
Alright, who's out here messaging me? My father is messaging me. I need to take the dogs to go potty. So, I'm going to put this on to be right back, and you are going to help keep chat entertained. Doesn't that sound like
Not
a
again.
lovely idea? Doesn't that sound like a lovely idea?
I gotta
It sounds
ask for
lovely.
payment next time. This
No,
is getting
I'm
ridiculous.
poor. I'll even put music on.
Ooh.
I'll even put music so that chat can hear it. You can't, but, you know, it's
No,
the thought
thanks.
that counts.
Well, I guess I'll be the entertainer now. Wait, that says I'm not a dad. I swear. Does Endev have the Endev house chest? I don't know, actually. They should. I know that there's some specific versions of Endev that don't spawn anything. And then there are some that do. But you're gonna have to check each one manually because I don't know them by memory. Hi, new jester. Hello, Lego man. How are you doing? How are you doing in this beautiful, beautiful Saturday? Or is it still Friday for you guys? Because for me, it is Saturday already. You're good? Oh, that's lovely to hear. I could be a little bit better because my wisdom teeth are currently growing, so I'm under a lot of pain. Because my top wisdom teeth are growing and are kind of squeezing my already existing teeth around. But I've taken some painkillers, so I should be okay for a few hours. Been in an event throughout this week. Oh, afternoon Saturday. Okay, so it is Saturday for you guys. Good to know. Alright, so are you guys excited for the eventual Farlands journey? It's gonna take a long time. I'll probably try to make like a version path. Probably discuss this with Fanta in private, but I'm probably gonna build a version path for like all the interesting things that you can see. And like what would be the best version to do the journey in. And then also consider in the Nether journey as well. Cause like the Nether itself, I think spawning in with the bed is out of the question. There's gonna have some testing going on to see if it's possible to make a portal, go to the other side, put a bed down to respawn, so that um, the respawn points is on a checkpoint system, and how long that lasts for before the world crashes. So that's definitely gonna be interesting, and I'll probably share my findings next time, like once we actually have everything planned out. Because everything is gonna require a lot of testing, and I want to make sure that, like, if Fanta really wants to go through this, then I wanna help out. I wanna make sure everything's like to the best of my ability, figure out the best versions possible. Because I don't want Phantom to also lose out on content because of the Farlands. If they're going through the entire Farlands, they're likely going to have like skip some versions, or maybe not skip, but like have to wait a few versions before continuing on to the Nether journey. And in between those updates, I don't want Fanta to lose a lot of content, so I'll have to definitely study which versions are the best for this. But we'll see. I'm not very worried about it, because until the Farland journey begins, there's likely still like a month or two at the bare minimum before the journey commences. The best version to load an in-dev house is that one, as there's 100 of all blocks and items in the game. It's the last available version too that it's in. There are stacked cakes in the beta 1.6 test build 3 chests. I don't know if Fanta is gonna utilize those. Probably will though. It's gonna be interesting to see. Actually, stacked cakes could be extremely helpful for the Nether journey. The problem with bringing stacked food with you on the Nether journey is that if you die with it, you're likely not gonna get it back. And I think cookies are the only stackable food source. Yeah, the problem with cookies in the older versions of the game is that they're not renewable. You can only get them from dungeon chests. And dungeons are not easy to find. So like I would always keep my cookies. I would never actually eat them in the older versions. I would just keep them as a souvenir. Even though they're stackable, they're not even that good of a food, to be honest. Hopefully in the meantime, while we're talking about this, somebody makes a saving mod for more in-dev versions. Because it'd be really fun to see all the in-dev versions being played in the Wander series. I'd love to see Fanta playing through those. So I wonder if Fenta's gonna increase the world height to be 128 blocks on the world, since that's a possibility. The Turtle SMP has been doing it. We recently increased our world height from 64 to 128, and the world height has been increased such that the old world was placed on top, which creates like a void room at the bottom, which is very interesting. It looks kind of bizarre, to be honest. I wonder if Fanta's gonna do that. It'd be really fun to see. Well, let's think of topics to talk about. Let's think. Did it cause a lot of lag though? FPS tanks without a GPU? Yeah. Apparently, like, old classic and then the versions of the game are not very well optimized, surprisingly. Like, I've had reports of people having the same or worse FPS in classic as they had in 1.20, which is insane to me. Like, for me it runs fine, but I also have like an overkill computer for classic, I guess people with like Intel GPU, not Intel, like integrated GPUs, have a hard time running Classic. I think Classic doesn't run the best on this. I'm looking forward to playing on Endev on my own, because it's definitely the period of Minecraft which I have the least experience in by far. I have experience in pre-classic and classic. I have experience in InfDev, alpha, beta, and obviously the releases. So InDev is definitely the version history which I have the least played hours in. So I'm excited to look into those and see what I can find, see how I can interact with the game. The debug chests in beta 1.6 test build 3 also provide 2 stacks of diamond blocks, iron ore, and diamond ore, and a stack of diamond and iron. Yeah, that's definitely gonna help out Fanta if they decide to use those for the journey. It is kind of cheaty though, you know, taking the items outright and using them for your own personal gain. But I think it's justified if Fanta is gonna use them for the Nether journey, because that thing is gonna get brutal. Like, the Nether is extremely difficult in older versions of the game. Number 1, you cannot sprint. Number 2, the terrain is very hectic. Number 3, the Nether is extremely dark. Number 4, the mobs are relentless. Don't quote me on this, but I think if the piglins get hit by a fireball from a ghast, I think they get aggroed. I think they get mad at you. So that's definitely, if that's true, Fanta's gonna have some trouble. I'm already guessing. And like Fanta's also likely gonna have to dig through terrain to make it to the farlands, which is gonna require a lot of resources. Like, keep a good stack of food, get a good stack of wood, get a stack of tools, and ores like iron and diamonds. Armor is going to be very important.
That's right, kids. Armor is going to be incredibly important for this exhilarating trip. Frankly,
yeah,
it's going to be very, very important. Anyways, what did I walk in on?
I was just talking about how the Nether is going to be a mess.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think if the fireball from the gas hits the piglin, they all get mad at you.
I know they don't in current day. In current day, I think they don't care. It's if you reflect a fireball back at gas.
Yeah.
But let's be real here. Those things are going to be our food source. If they get ticked off at us, it's just an excuse.
Yeah, the problem is if you're, like, on a ledge or something.
If I'm on a ledge and I'm taking gassed fireballs, then I shouldn't have been on the ledge in the first place.
True.
Were ghasts added? Like,
yes,
in the same version as the Nether? Okay. I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed. Don't tell me they, like, started off with some melee attack, right? Maybe the gas just started off with a melee instead of their fireball. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm turning off the music for now. I'm gonna go ahead and make a quick backup of the world while we're here.
Smart.
Yeah. While I'm not in that right now, Betacraft, Wander, level ... Wander backups. Alright, and this one. Okay. We're back, though. The doggos have been taken care of. Iwan had a quick restroom break, got some water, put the lasagna away because I'm not letting that stuff go to waste.
Lasagna
Lasagna is a top-tier food, man. When are we getting
That is
lasagna in
awesome.
Minecraft?
True.
If I get to the Barlands Nether, then Mojang is just obligated to add lasagna.
It's your only request.
Yeah. Okay. Where was I? I need to get iron. And I know that there are some off in this direction, so we'll go grab it. There's a vein that we were kind of chewing away at. Somewhere over here. Not sure exactly where. There? That looks like a spot that had stuff in it. Yep. Iron.
I feel like your world has seen better days. Holes
Yeah.
everywhere.
There's holes everywhere, there's water filling those holes, and frankly, there's just not as much. Like, when we started this world, it's kind of how any new world is. It's like bright green, lush area, blue sky, everything's glorious, right? But unlike in any other version, the monsters didn't wait for the sky to turn dark to come out to play. No, no, no. They just showed up and decided this joint is their home. This place belongs to them, and frankly, my opinion on the matter does not matter in the slightest. They've made that very clear. So is the water. I think the water is probably my least favorite entity in this game. I hate water. It's so unbalanced, honestly. Like, giving water an unending amount of health, having it be able to dodge all your attacks and just kind of spread wherever the heck it wants. Like, its spawn rates are ridiculous.
If you kill
What was
one
not
water, two more
smoking?
take its place.
2 more waters take its place. The only way to kill it is an unobtainable item? What give?
True.
Can't wait for the Indev house to give me sponges.
Actual godsend.
That's gonna be like the savior of this world. We are just gonna do a project on one stream where we drain the entire map of water. Just leave no more
Yes.
until it turns infinite.
Yes, please.
Track down every ounce of the nonsense. We have our infinite water source blocks if we need them, but we're not gonna just stand by and allow liquidation to rule our lives.
Liquidation.
Liquidation. Liquidation. It's gone.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
It's gotten out of hand. If Mojang's too scared to add lasagna, I will. I read that very late. That message has like been in chat for a moment, so that's not stream delay being any worse than it normally is. That's just me being distracted by, you know, water existing and the fact that I'm looking at my screen and not the other screen that has words on it that are arguably as important. Alright.
Indeed.
This cake is just not gonna taste good, like, objectively. This is just gonna taste, frankly, like crap.
I think it's undercooked. I think you gotta put it in the oven again.
Yeah. We'll wait for fire to get added.
Exactly.
We can, like, cook ourselves in lava, but I don't think fire blocks have been added yet, right?
I don't know.
I kind of like that light fog, like the first level of it. Yeah, I think that first fog level is pretty, so I'll keep that. Water's getting on my nerves. Water has flooded my nervous system, and frankly, now there's just nothing left there but sorrow.
That's deep.
I am 6 feet deep in the puddles, in the just absolute lakes that are forming in this world. They are drowning me, my lungs are gone. Frankly, I don't know if I ever had them to begin with at this rate. It's just uncalled for, okay? Uncalled for. That's the one way I can describe this. I need a therapist.
Oh. You know what? Maybe you're right. And that escalated quickly.
I think you need a sewer system. I need a there. Okay. What's this cake looking like, relatively speaking? This cake's looking pretty tasty. Nom. Why am I getting DMs from pics? Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna do those red dots up top. Genuinely unsure, but we'll figure out a substitute. You need a therapist after you start the Farlands journey? Yeah, I've needed a therapist. Let's be real here. I wanted to get one for my birthday, but unfortunately, I don't get to pick the presents. Instead, all I got was some lasagna. Which, to be fair, I think lasagna is more effective than most therapists.
You know what? I think
days.
you got a point. Yeah.
Just don't bring up the attempt of the therapist, and you should be good. Fair enough. Okay. This cake from the side looks done. So then we just first I need to get in here, fill up that hole, and then go ahead and grab more slabs. That's gonna be very, very important. Very, very important. I would like for things not to spawn inside of here and blow it up. I want to have my birthday cake, okay? I want to build it, and I would like for it to exist for more than all of 5 seconds. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much? I think it is, frankly. I think it is. Alright.
I mean, it is a pretty big cake.
Yeah. I was gonna think of a comment on it, but at this point, these mobs have just left me so sapped of, like, any ounce of joyfulness.
No.
Cue
The mobs
theme.
ruined your birthday.
The mobs. They've ruined everything. You're gonna have to pay for their insolence. For everyone who's just stopping by the way, make sure to... I hate water!
Everybody make sure to hate water.
Everyone make sure to, like, write water out of your will. And while you're at it, go ahead and drop us up. It would mean a lot. I'm very close to 100, and I'm very, very excited for when that happens. And also, if you have not already and are interested, because I went ahead and escaped Twitter, my Discord is a thing that is actively getting used now, so feel free to join that. So tempted to build you a birthday cake pixel art on Turtle? I would be very appreciative. You don't need to, but I wouldn't complain. There's coal over there. That's good. There's a spider there. That's less good. I hate existence. Die. One of these days, I'll be able to have swords and armors as, like, an intended gameplay feature, and that's gonna be wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Dehydrates, remember? Hydrating removes water from the world, hydrates. Exactly. Everyone be sure to drink your water so we have less of it in the world, because I think that's how that works.
Yeah, if you're ever drowning, just drink the water.
Just drink the water and it'll go away.
Yeah.
Ding nut. Absolute buffoon.
What are you, stupid? Just drink the water.
No, you're drowning.
Oh.
Because you're not drinking the water. It's that simple. It's that simple. Is it really so hard to understand? Is it really
super beneficial? Number 1, you stop drowning. Number 2, you get hydrated. For more
exactly. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
If jellyfish are made up of 99% water, and our bodies are made up of 70% water, does that mean our bodies are also made up of, like, about 67% jellyfish?
I think your math is correct. It's probably all the little organ things the doctors keep telling me about. That's probably the jellyfish.
Yeah, I think so too. The left intestine, that seems a bit sus, honestly.
You're meant
I
to
know
tell me
my
that's just not a
anatomy.
little jellyfish roaming around.
Always has been. I have practically nothing to do on Turtle since you've updated the hotel and may have gone overboard. This is what competition does. Now that there's another hotel to deal with, you're just gonna make that one
You
absolutely
ran a
correct.
business. You ran a business into the water with the introduction of your
Don't
hotel.
say that word!
Water's forbidden. It's hyperventilating.
I need some water to calm down.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Mm. Ah. 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 Ah.
How was the water?
Ah.
Really like this narrative of a person who is terrified of water, and so to cope, they drink water.
They drink water. No, it's like, like anti-venom is just taking in bits of poison into your body so you get used to the poison.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah.
I
If
think that's a
I'm
vaccine.
90% water, can I drown? Or am I just like already too watered?
I mean, if you're 99% water, I think you're already too much water.
7.8 out of 10. For real, for real. It's one of my favorite references to anything on the internet. That was so funny. Have you seen the IGN Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire review?
No.
It's one of their good ones, and by the good ones I mean the ones that are just like so bad it's hilarious.
Oh, it's the too much water thing?
Yes. They gave those games 7.8 out of 10, and one of the notes was too much water.
Too much water. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
That's me. That's me right now. You know what? I relate to IGN. What I don't relate to is them. Yo, you too, Fluffy. You too.
Just
Thank
give
you so
Notch
much.
a 7 out of 8. Too much water.
Too much. Far too much.
That's so funny.
Who let this man create a video game? I'm gonna have to have a word with them. It's a meme in the Pokemon community, and I love that it is. What? This is what you have to walk in
Welcome
on,
to
Fluffy.
the stream.
Welcome
We're being
to the
hydrophobic.
stream. We are very hydrophobic in the Phantasap community. This is not a water safe space. I repeat, this is not a water safe space. You know what? I'm gonna make the what should be cherries on the cake. I'm gonna make them gold ore. Just for the sake of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
When in Rome. When in survival test, 0.27. Alright, I hate you. I hate everything you stand for. Die a miserable death. Thank you. You as well, sir.
Whoa.
Is it my birthday? Always has been, Fluffy. Not canon, that's also Fluffy's birthday. Part of the Wander lore. Write it in, folks. Get it on the wiki. When are we gonna get the Phantasap wiki? The good answer? Never. The funny answer?
Give me 5
Probably. The funny answer? Let me boot up my fandom account. Gee.
I think we do need one for the Farlands journey. I feel like that the Farlands journey is gonna expand the wiki tenfold.
Happy birthday to me I'm 203. How do I... Okay, this is a bug. This
What's
is
up?
a very funny bug. I can't get out of this. This is not something that I am capable of jumping out of or jumping
I've
into.
yet to see what's happening to you.
this,
Oh,
like,
is it the door? Yeah.
Is that like a known thing?
Yeah, my house also had that problem. I had to put like one solid block in front of the doorway.
Well,
I don't think you
luckily
can
for
make
me,
that
there's
jump.
not gonna be a doorway once I'm done. That's just my temporary means in. If we can go ahead and get some more coal, though. How was your day? I hope it was good. It was. I went swimming and I ate lasagna. Those are two of my favorite activities.
Oh my god, you went swimming and ate lasagna at the same time?
Yes, simultaneously. While I was in the pool, I was like floating on my back, and I had a pool floaty holding my feet up, and I had a plate of lasagna just like on my chest, and then I was just like chowing down, man. It was beautiful, honestly. Wouldn't
I
have
thought you were
traded that moment for
hydrophobic.
the world. It quickly became hydrophobic. No, I hated every second of it, you know? Water does not deserve... Are you done yet? Am I allowed to ramble on about my lasagna eating passions without getting shot by some freaking skinless men? Skinless white men trying to shoot me as I talk about eating lasagna. This is absurd, frankly. Put a shirt on!
Oh my god. I can't be laughing this hard at this hour of the night. Oh my god. Oh, that is so funny. It's talking about lasagna without getting shot.
Got
Oh, that's
distracted
really
from
funny.
the water removal in the pool. The lasagna is like what was keeping me sane there. Right? The lasagna is like the one redeeming factor.
One counteracts the other.
Exactly, they balance out. Water is okay if you have enough lasagna to drown out the drowning, frankly.
I was about to say. Drown out the drowning. That's going in the wiki as a quote.
Jesus Christ.
We gotta keep up. We gotta keep up with these.
Okay, Fluffy, you're the moderator here. Is there a quotes channel in the Discord? If so, add one. If not, add one.
And if there is one, add another one.
If there is one, make a second.
Oh man.
Okay, I jumped into like the explosion of arrows from a skeleton. So like I took damage from half of them, and that was not pretty, frankly. You don't have perms for that? I thought you were an admin. Okay. I'll make it happen later then. Mushroom! The goods. If there's already a second, make a third. That's what I'm saying. You guys finally understand the way what's left of my brain functions.
I love this community.
Give me the power to add any channel I want. Yeah, okay.
It is their birthday.
Yeah, it is Fluffy's birthday, you know what? You know what, I can't turn them down. I'm in a water cave. All things considered, as much as I hate it, this is realistically one of the safest places I can be. So I'm going to go ahead and... Let's see. Server settings. Roles. No, members. I think I can add permissions to a specific member, which is very funny to me.
Yeah, you can.
Alright, Vara Fluffy. Ah, never mind, I can't. And realistically, I'll just do that once stream is over, alright? Okay. We're gonna get into this little cobblestone box we've made. And that way, we should be able to mine this coal without any issue. Or not, never mind. Come on. I just want to mine this coal without having to, like, worry about drowning. If that's allowed, that'd be wonderful. I am a mod, but I don't have the perms to add channel. That's why you did it, so I could voice it out like that, Fluffy. Glad we're on the same page. Anyways.
Your cosmetic mod. No permissions.
No perms, no rights. You simply are there to intimidate the masses. I'm just gonna give admin perms to the mods, because frankly, there's only 2 of them, and I trust both with my life. So,
Whoa.
screw it. Permissions. Actually, I'm just gonna click the box that says manage channels. Alright. Enjoy yourself. You now have privileges, more so than before. I've been blackmailed. This is a terrifying day for the Phantasap community.
The peasants now have rights. What have you done?
Honestly, this is probably for the best. I'm sure many years down the line, the government won't regret this. And frankly, by then, the government will kind of deserve to regret it.
I think the government will self-dissolve.
It, like, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with that statement. I just want to get slabs at this point. We're very close to finishing this cake. I'm sure there's, like, some deeper meaning to whatever I was saying, and frankly, I just don't remember what it is anymore. You're building the cake pixel art? This is lovely. I'm Phantasap, and I approve this message.
I quick clip that out of context.
Which part?
Use it for your memes.
I'm Phantasap, and I approve this message. I love the, like, missing texture side of the top of water.
Yeah, it's funny. I think it
Like-
comes back somewhere in alpha.
That's lovely. Is there any iron down here I could definitely use? Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. I've been watching far too much Full Metal for my own well-being. Like, I finished Brotherhood a little bit ago, and now I am through the process of watching the original series of it. And it's just, like, 2 different stories. One's not even, I don't think, worse or better than the other one. They're just 2 different stories, and they're both very good. And the voice actors carry over from, like, that original series, for the most part, into the one they made to, like, follow the manga.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's surreal. Okay, listen here, pals. I did not leave the coal mines to have to deal with a bunch of terroristic walking bushes, okay? I just didn't ask for it. And frankly, I don't think anyone in their right mind would, so I don't know why you'd assume that I would want them. In what reality does a man say, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit parched, you know? I could really do with some terroristic greenery. Some terroristic shrubs. No one says that. Have you ever heard someone say that, Kiz? Be honest. Ever. In your life. In all your years.
I heard you say it like 2 seconds ago.
Well, dang it. Okay. I guess I'm
I
wrong.
win.
I guess everything I've ever said has no meaning. Frankly, I don't know why I ever said anything in the first place. Because there wasn't a point. Quotes channel added.
We got quote
Good
channels.
ending. Okay,
Yo.
but where's Quotes channel 2?
We demand more.
Can you put quotes in the janitor's closet? I think that'd be a funny one to have in the janitor's closet. Make it happen, Fluffy. They said what I'd say. Bruh. Okay, so I can walk, like, through the other side. This is, like, just a one-way gate, which I find interesting, actually. Quotes 3 when. Dang. Yeah, make a third quotes channel, delete the second. Alright. Those are your orders, Fluffy. Good luck out there, Chief. These men are just too burly for my own good. Okay.
Whoa.
Alright.
Was not prepared to hear that right now.
You should always be prepared for big burly men, kids, because you never know when they'll show up. And when they do, they'll show up with a vengeance. A vengeance.
Yeah, let's go in the quotes channel.
I cannot be trusted to stream on my birthdays after this one, Chief. I need more iron. I know I have some in my inventory that does not count. More water! Yay! Don't you guys love that feature in this game? Someone other than me or Zap, check if you can talk in quotes. Alright, Kiz. Now's your time to shine.
I did it.
I wonder if a mob could spawn up on top of, like, those blocks that are just, like, in the top corners of the world. That'd be funny.
Probably.
Alright, we have managed to mine into what can almost be called a cave. And, frankly, not impressed. They say many things about size and its relevance, but in this instance, I'm willing to side with those that say that it does have some meaning to it, you know? Also, I am actively digging straight down. Let's not do that. I just need some iron. That's all I ask for. Is that too much to ask for? I'm not sure. I'd hope not. Quite frankly. I built and sent the pixel art. Alright, Chief, let's see it. Let's see the goods. Let's see.
Oh, the pixel art is done.
Where is it?
It's on the art channel.
Oh, wait, in my Discord. Okay. I was
Yes.
checking the turtle one because it was made there. Yo! Oh! Thank you! Big fancy cake. I love
Very
it.
nice.
I wish I could eat it, but I feel like your computer screen would not enjoy that.
I feel like
Quite
pixelated cake would taste very well.
I feel like it would taste like
Either
how would,
tastes
like,
really
any
good or really
pixelated
bad.
food taste? Like, I think it'd be crunchy, obviously, like as a texture.
Mm-hmm.
Have a very
feel like
crunchy texture.
It's either
to
very
it.
good or very bad. I don't see anything in between.
Yeah. Okay, if it's like actually good pixel art, then it tastes good. If it's like, you know, pixelated because it's censoring something, then
No,
it
that's
probably
different.
doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have
Especially
some
if it's
lava
censored.
down here. Like, that's just what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's still so surreal to me that the music just exists this far back.
I know, right?
Considering it's volume alpha, part of me would have thought it was added in alpha, but I'm pretty sure classic was just called
Think
alpha.
again.
Wasn't classic called alpha originally?
I have no idea.
And then they decided like the game needed more
I know
development.
that. Yeah. I know that retroactively they named things like classic and pre-classic.
Yeah, so I think it would have made sense for this to be volume alpha at the time.
I mean, starting a version with saying it's classic, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. What's supposed to happen in bots? You only have reaction robots. That is me having originally planned to add, like, level rolls, and then just completely forgetting that that was a plan I had, and then just never getting around to it. Yeah. It was called Alpha? Okay, so Volume Alpha makes sense.
Isn't there like an unreleased Minecraft album?
There is a third one that presumably has the update aquatic music, potentially the first couple of battle ones. Okay. Why is the top of the lava texture water?
Yeah, that's the issue. They switched them up. That happens again in Alpha, I think.
Alright, well, I'm concerned for my own well-being, frankly, but
Lava's just water 2.0.
at least it's slower, okay? I'll give it that. At the very least, Notch knew to make it spread relatively slowly. I was able to place a block and stop that. You need God reaction time to stop
Auto-clicker.
water. And what tends to happen is, like, the water ends up getting into the area while you're in, like, a big place. And, like, you accidentally mine, there's just a water cave behind it. It's a pain in the butt. Spicy water? Yeah, more or less. That's basically what lava is here. I hear footsteps this way. I see a cave, and there's iron in there. Those are both things I wanted. Time to begin our balancing act. Okay. I'm terrified. Water's always slower than water apart from the nether. Yeah, I just didn't know, like, how early that was implemented, right? Like, I would not have put it past me for lava to have originally been the same speed, so the fact that it's just not is a genuine godsend. Crouching not being in the game makes this exponentially more terrifying, trying to get over to that iron. In fact, I'm even going to make this, like, too wide, because I get the feeling that that is going to save my posterior. Bliss. Hello, Hubber Florus. Lovely, lovely first words. Bliss. Nice to meet you. So happy crouching was added. It makes it so much easier to build. Yeah, it makes it so much easier to not die a gruesome death. Oh, thank you so much for the sub. I didn't catch who it was in time, but whoever just subbed, thank you so much. How close are we to 100? I'm very curious. I need to check. Although...
94, I think.
That's like what I was at, but considering that we
96.
just... 96, let's go. I'm very excited. We are
Guys,
so
come
close
on.
to the 100 mark.
Get your friends on the stream. We gotta get 100 subs for the birthday. Come on.
Get your grandma on the chat. Come on.
Guys, come on, invite your friends. Yeah, where can I advertise?
Honestly, so from what I hear, right, it's possible to rent like a giant billboard in Times Square. Let's just promote my channel there.
Exactly.
Oh, it was you who subbed? Thank you so much, Curb Sagoon. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Let's see.
I'm doing it on MCDF.
Yeah, you get the mod privileges. I don't have to feel guilty about promoting. Let's see here. I'm feeling that we're gonna hit 100 by next week. Like, realistically, I think I'm gonna hit it before I go to college. And that's gonna be nice if I can.
Oh,
That's a good
100%.
mark to hit. Okay. The thing about this, right, is that we only have the hotbar, and because 4 of our slots are taken up by unobtainable items, and one of them is taken up by the essential, just existing item that is mushrooms, the thing essential to our very being, we realistically only have 4 slots to work with at any time.
Yep.
And that's gonna be the case until we get to InDev. Like, one of the versions in InDev is where we get a proper inventory, right?
Mm-hmm. To get storage is gonna be a godsend.
That's gonna be lovely. InDev is so interesting to me because it has, like, most of the base features of the game, but that's also the only Java edition, like the InDev ones, those are the only versions where it's both all the features of, like, that make Minecraft, while also having a limited world still. It's like that weird transitional period, that weird little, like, puberty years of block game.
Mm-hmm. I was talking about to chat about this when you were gone. That InDev is like the version period where I have not played much at all. Like, I have experience with pre-classic, classic, InfDev, alpha, beta, and the releases, but not really InDev. So I'm excited to play on it on my own.
Yeah.
The
and
thing
I hope,
about
like,
InDev
yeah,
is that it could have taken the game in a completely different direction if Notch didn't decide to do an infinite world test.
yeah.
Minecraft to this day could have been like a limited world size.
Yeah, and I mean, like, Legacy Console kind of gives a view of that, as well as Pocket for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Legacy Console had limited worlds, and it's so interesting to me that despite it being limited, yeah, please don't make alts. Please don't just make alts to sub. Let's not do that.
No. That's against the rules.
That's against the rules, Chief.
It's against the Phantasap rules.
That will make it a bad day for the Phantasap community.
You're gonna get escorted out the Phantasap community.
We'll get the bouncer in on this. Alright. But, like, Legacy Console, basically, like, it had a world that was limited in size. And yet, for some reason, that version probably respects your time more than any other, like, version of the game. Which is interesting to me. Like, the minecarts go faster, as do the furnaces, I want to say. Like, and there's the structures, they're not as, like, mind-numbingly rare. Because you only have so much space to work with. The devs understood it wouldn't be fun if you just couldn't get, like, most structures on a world. because it's too small to like account for that. The biomes were a lot smaller, but once again, it's like, yeah. And the amount of customability you could do with like generating a world, or one of the features that people have wanted ported over to Java and Bedrock from Legacy for a while, custom superflats.
Oh.
Like the challenges people did on those, because you could like set which structures it would generate, set what blocks it's made of, set like
Yeah.
terrain generation features, so you could like turn on or off ores, lava lakes, water ponds, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could just set a bunch of different features to it, and then just play that like super flat. And so you'd have like a bunch of interesting challenges, like an ocean super flat, where you'd like a lot of the stuff would
Yeah.
be gotten from ships and the like. Or
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorites was a falling concrete powder super flat, where villages could
Uh-oh.
still spawn, but you were basically outrunning falling concrete and whatnot, like falling concrete powder. And then eventually it just became like almost a skyblock type thing, as because the world is limited in size, it wouldn't take a ton of time for it to go ahead and just lose all solid ground that wasn't the villages. Like,
Right.
there's the Stampy Flat Challenge. I don't think I've seen that. I am unfortunate in that I have not actually, like, had an opportunity to watch Stampy growing up, despite
Yeah, me too.
having Legacy console and, like, just loving that. I wasn't allowed to
I
watch
remember
YouTube, so I
Stampy.
could... Yeah.
Like, I remember Stampy showing up in my recommended, but I never actually watched it.
Bruh. I wasn't allowed to watch YouTube, and so to get around that, the loophole was I was able to watch videos that were on dedicated channels to the YouTubers on my Roku stick. Like on the little Roku TV stick thing.
Right.
And so there was one for Think Noodles and Thanksia, and Popular MMOs didn't have their own one, but there was one that had Popular MMOs videos. And so those were like the main three that I was able to like watch. That's what I grew up on like Minecraft content wise.
Interesting.
Alright. Let's go ahead. So I said I'm going to use gold ore for this, which realistically isn't going to look the best, but it's a block that shouldn't be able to even be here, and frankly, I think it's funny.
Big.
Alright. We gotta make this the proper texture, all things considered. Stampy is the YouTuber I'd watch when I could watch YT. Nice. Like, once I started to have access to YouTube, the main ones I ever would watch were just, like, popular MMOs and the ones I had watched prior. And I think, like, Jack Frost Miner, he also had one. That was another person I watched. So I grew up on a lot of the content I took in Minecraft related was Pocket Edition, which is quite interesting. And recently, for those who might, like, if anyone here is just not in the Discord, recently I've gone through the effort of setting things up. I could stream Minecraft Pocket Edition, like the old stuff if I wanted, like through my OBS, while playing it on my phone, not using like an emulator. And I find that very nice, because that's just content waiting to happen. And it's also just like, this is yet another form of the game that I can show off on stream, despite having basically been abandoned. Content's basically stayed the same the whole time. Oh god, Pocket Edition Alpha was amazing. Yeah? Let's see. That goes there. And then from here, you can basically fill in this whole bit of it. The Discord's very base. Everyone there is very nice. Not a ton of activity, but it's a small streamer Discord. It doesn't need to have a ton of activity.
So you could tell
God,
me.
this cake looks ugly. Alright. And then we've got to go ahead and add what? Any left? My old tablet with it is broken beyond repair. Fair. I will die on the hill that, like, I don't think Bedrock Edition in it of itself is a bad thing. I just think that Pocket Edition needed to stay on mobile because that's what it was made for. It was built with the phone in mind.
I wish it was the other way around.
need-
I wish they used the consoles.
Yeah.
Console and made that into crossplay.
Yeah. Let's see here. Alright, we're just about out of iron, but that should be all the speckles in place. So, all that's left now is to get just a tiny bit more iron so we can go ahead and finish off the top of this. Why are we doing the top? No one's gonna see it. Because I hate myself, frankly. And all the best
I mean,
way.
once you get to a version where renders exist, it's gonna be able to be seen.
That's true. Yeah, with the isometric screenshots. Wait, that's...
Mhm.
I'm excited for that. I wish that got re-added to the game. Although I
Yeah.
also understand, like, how much of a pain in the butt it could be to re-implement that.
It's a multi-billion-dollar company. Don't feel bad.
That's fair. You know, they can't... Like, somehow they've managed to not be able to fix the additions button being missing, or just actively choosing not to. At this point, it's not entirely clear. So,
No, there's
like...
a bunch of stuff they're choosing not to fix.
Okay, but actively choosing not to fix, like, people who bought a specific version of the game not being able to play that feels almost illegal. Considering that they're going about this, like, yeah, this game is different than Bedrock. That's why, you know, if you get that one, you don't
Oops,
technically
wrong
get
choice.
Bedrock. Yeah, like they're very insistent on
Try
them being
again.
two separate games. But then if you buy that game, it's forcing an update to Bedrock on the PS4/PS5, and then not letting you go back, like with a disc version. Which
Feels like an oversight.
I feel like it's a bug of some sort. It shows that it should have the button, like gives you a whole prompt, and it's like, oh yeah, thank you for updating to Bedrock, yada yada, and it shows off the additions button being a thing that theoretically
I feel
exists.
like it's only a bug in PlayStation, though.
It's only a bug on PlayStation because that's the only one where the additions button is a thing, right? So
Right.
normally the additions button just doesn't exist on the Xbox version and on Switch. On that, they just have Bedrock as a separate thing entirely. On PS4, for some reason, they basically just, like, put Bedrock and Legacy into the same thing. And so, as far as the PS4 is concerned, they're the same game. Just like one's updated to the other. But that then leaves the issue of, because they're the same game, they need to do that whole additions button thing. Okay, that's fine. But then, for some reason, it just doesn't show up for some people. And some people may have had it and lost it after an update. Some people might just not get it in the first place. And so they're locked out of what is by all means, according to Mojang, an entirely different game. And from what I have asked, like, I asked Mojang support after, like, trying to get attention on it for multiple years, and despite there being an open bug fix, like, they said in that comment to my thing on Twitter, they know it is a problem and they're not gonna fix it. They said they are not going to. Is what the guy on the Mojang support said. Which, to be fair, I don't know how much validity that has. It's a guy on Mojang support, and I don't know if that necessarily reflects the will of the Bedrock dev team.
There's been multiple instances of people on Mojang saying that they're not gonna fix a specific bug, only to then, like, a few months or even years later, to then actually fix it. So take those with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not necessarily like whether or not it'll get fixed that bugs me. It's the fact that this is like an issue that I feel like should be taken seriously, and it's just blatantly
it directly
not.
affects the preservation of a version of the game.
Yeah, like, I don't know why Bedrock is so bad at it. Java, I'm told, like, oh yeah, they've actively added versions to the archive. Some of the devs have. Versus over with Bedrock, I can understand Switch, and I can understand the console ones not doing it, but say, like, with Windows 10, on the MCDF wiki, it says that, like, there's not an archive of Windows 10 edition versions because Mojang takes it down.
Yeah, it's
like, they
illegal,
actively
apparently.
take them out. Like, they just
it's
actively
like you're
screw over...
redistributing.
Yeah, like, they actively screw over anyone who would want to run older versions of
double
Bedrock.
standards.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're okay with that with Java, but with Bedrock, it's a different story.
Yeah, like, it's so weird. And yet, the old Pocket Alpha things stay up. So, like...
I mean, the archives exist, they're just not public. Because if they are public, they're running into issues.
Well, isn't there, like, there's a public archive of Pocket Alpha, I want to say. Okay, I need to
Pre-Microsoft?
Huh?
Pre-Microsoft?
Like, pre-Bedrock.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole, like, Aurora
acquisition.
Store thing. Like, those function.
I love piracy.
It's funny because that's not even, like, piracy. Like, if you install the old Pocket Alpha onto your phone, it detects whether or not you've bought the game, and thus will, like, boot into, like, a sort of demo mode or not. And then it'll go ahead and, like, link you to the modern store. The modern, like, Bedrock edition. So you have to have bought modern Minecraft Bedrock on Pocket Edition to play installed APKs of old Pocket Alpha. That's not piracy. You're just installing an old version of it. You're still paying for it.
It's not piracy, but it kind of feels like it. Because since it's not, like, directly accessible, you kind of have to go out of your way to go get it.
It feels like it's a roundabout means of doing so, but it doesn't feel like I'm breaking any rules. It feels like I'm just being inconvenienced by an unwillingness to, like, allow for a convenient method.
Yeah.
I guess that's how I can explain, like, it just feels like an inconvenience for the sake of being an inconvenience, and not necessarily because it would hurt anyone to do so. And I know that's not the intent, it's just what it feels, right? I know Minecraft is not actively waking up and saying, how are we going to make the community, like, how are we going to make a niche part of the community's day slightly more irritating?
Yeah.
They're not doing that. But they're not making it easier for those people, and frankly, I don't know how difficult it would be to.
Difficult to say.
Yeah. I'm glad that Java, at the very least, the preservation is encouraged. That is realistically more than you can ask for most companies. Like, most games don't let you go to older versions.
Yeah.
So, with Minecraft, the fact that it is an option
But
is
like, I
very
think
nice.
that Minecraft is so big that it sets a precedent for all other games. I feel like all other games should do the exact same thing. Preserve its older versions for years to come, and keep
Yeah.
them accessible to everybody. Because it's a big part of the game, every game's history. And eventually, if your game makes it out big, then there is gonna be niche communities that look into your older games builds.
Yeah. Like, I wish that was just a more encouraged thing in the gaming industry. Anyways, our cake
Yes.
is done. If we go ahead... Ow. If we go ahead and make pedestal so we can see the top of it, I think that'd be nice. Or, like, we'll make some bleachers so we can watch our cake. Alright, hold up. Here. Toss that out. Java, you can buy once and reinstall on multiple devices. Yeah? Like, it's so dumb. I don't want to call Mojang out on that, because, like, it's more than most other companies would allow. But still, come on.
Like if you're gonna go this far, why not go a step further?
Yeah. Come on. This game is like, there's a reason it's the #1 best-selling game in the world. It's available to so many people, is incredibly accessible, and it's just really good.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just weird to me that there's some inconsistencies in that sort of, like, quality even outside of the game.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with it, just know, if you look up there, you can see there is stuff on top of the cake. There is. It does exist. We've built it. The cake is done. I'm very happy with that. Where is a safe place to be? Realistically, up on top of this little wooden platform. I'm going to exit the world. I'm going to go to the ending screen. I'm gonna make a world backup. Because frankly, I don't want any bad things to happen here.
Smart.
Bedrock really is just a cash grab version, and that's so sad to me. Because it's just Pocket Edition. They've taken Pocket Edition and just, like, turned it into something that a lot of people just don't like. Which is sad, because Pocket Edition is based. Like, on paper, Pocket Edition goes hard.
Yeah. I think like Pocket Edition is past its prime though.
Yeah. Nowadays, there's, like, a lot of other ways to play the game, I'll say. So
Yep.
realistically, it's not necessarily needed, but it doesn't hurt that it exists, and it's sad that, like, it's just gotten to this state where people can unironically call it, like, the cash grab version, or this is Microsoft getting their grubby fingers on it. I don't even think Microsoft buying Minecraft was the worst of things. You know what?
No,
Like,
not
I'll say
really.
it. All things considered, it was just one of many things.
If it
It's
wasn't
just,
if it wasn't Microsoft, it'd be another company, in my opinion.
like, it was just some bad business decisions for the sake of getting money. Like,
Yep.
it's not the game's fault, and it's still perfectly playable, but there's such a hatred around it now that's just like, where did things go wrong? Anyway, this is where I'm gonna end the stream, I'm thinking. We got the cake built. Next stream, now that we've done that, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and have a technicality stream of there are versions between this one and 0.30s that are in creative by default, but can have survival toggled on. The survival mode in that just barely functions. So next stream, we're gonna go through those for like just a bit of time on each of them, see if there's anything of interest that we can accomplish in them, and then go ahead, move on to the next. Up until we get to 0.30s, which is gonna be the final classic survival edition. So, look forward to that. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.